Hello guys, this is Crazy Man in the short version of the Halo Mega Bloks Outlands Skirmish review. Pew, yay! And this is the short version of this review. Basically, the short version is that you can see all the Covenant back here. I just tell you that I mess with all the weapons in the set as well as the armor, so they're not initially accurate to the actual set itself. And there's no kooky introduction to this one. Other than me being a Copper Spartan. And, this one is just for people that are looking at each of the individual Spartans, not the whole set in general. And we just say at the beginning here that this is a 9 out of 10 set, and the reason why it isn't a 10 out of 10 set is because of the guy I'm holding right now, and this guy. And that's all you really need to know for that. And then we just go straight into the Spartans. There you go. Alright, so we're starting with my least favorite so far. This is the Has-Up Scout Sniper guy. And the reason why he's my least favorite out of all these figures is because I didn't really get to choose what he wore. He was pretty much just a product of what was left over. And I was kind of sad because there wasn't really a good Has-Up setup for me to use in this set. So pretty much this guy just got stuck with it. I mean, it's still applicably fine, especially since the sniper shoulder actually goes with the commando shoulder. Unlike it doesn't really in Halo Reach. It doesn't go as well in Halo Reach because the sniper shoulder is probably the flattest shoulder in the game. So that worked out fairly decent compared to what could have happened to this figure. So next we will move on to the Air Assault. Now pretty much after that last figure it's just going to be, I like everything that comes after that figure. I'm not really as proud of that last figure, but the rest of these I think they all work out fairly decent. This is the Air Assault Spartan, definitely sporting what Air Assault should look like-ish. There weren't really Air Assault shoulders that came with this set, and I don't know if Halo Mega Bloks could ever do Air Assault shoulders because they are quite tiny. But honestly, it goes pretty well with these shoulders. These are actually supposed to be operator shoulders, but Halo Mega Bloks couldn't figure out how to make them, so they made them look like this. Which, surprisingly enough, these shoulders still look like Halo Reach shoulders. They're pretty much operator shoulders from Halo 3 put into the Halo Reach format. So that's all perfectly fine. It's all good. It's all good here. I'm checking the screen. And, of course, we move on to this guy. Ooh, this guy looks great. This Operator Spartan is sporting the Operator chest and Operator shoulder, as well as the Security shoulder on the left / right, depending on what you think is left and right. It's the biggest shoulder. Another note about this that I just thought of about this shoulder is that this is actually a combination shoulder of the Halo Reach's operator shoulder and Halo Reach's security shoulder, because Halo Mega Bloks obviously could not make either of those shoulders. They are far too difficult to make on such a small scale, at least for making sure that children can be able to use it. So I think I can understand that. Anyway, this guy's shotgun, I had to find this shotgun. It did not come from the actual set itself. I had to go find one, and that was not very much fun, but I managed to do it. And of course he does have his grenade belt down there. He was actually going to be a Grenadier Spartan, but honestly I thought with this shoulder he should really have a shotgun. Plus operator, shotgun, come on. Anyway, we move on to our first loadout guy. No, actually, you know what? We'll move on to this guy. Sure, some of you are excited for this guy. This red shoulder over here obviously didn't come from a set. It actually came from an extra George figure that I had from Halo Mega Bloks. Halo Mega Bloks screwed up and they didn't give me George's EVA shoulder, so I ordered a new one and they actually just gave me another George figure. So basically, I have a bunch of George parts sitting around. So I just used his shoulder for this particular Spartan, and this guy's rocket launcher also does not come from a set. It is found on another Grenadier Spartan with the same setup by me, and of course, you know, this Spartan could interchangeably have a grenade launcher or a beautiful rocket launcher, but I already had a grenade launcher Spartan, as I think you guys should know. A grenade launcher Grenadier Spartan. Yeah, we'll move on. This guy. Yes. This is the loadout Spartan. This Spartan, you can actually see him in Halo Reach, in a version that is most similar to this version. This is the closest you can get in Halo Mega Bloks form, by pressing start and looking at the armory without actually going into it. And there's a nice picture of this guy. He's the picture for the armory. Anyway, this is obviously the JFO helmet with an assault rifle that I got from outside the set. EVA shoulder, commando shoulder, not particularly in the order that I would like them, but definitely in the order that it is in the loadout picture. And of course we have the commando chest, because that is the closest we can get to the chest that he is wearing in the picture. So, next we move on to one of my favorites, definitely my favorite, the DMR Spartan, also known as Commando. He is wearing 2 Mark V shoulders, a recruit chest, and a commando helmet. Definitely one of the most interesting and angular setups that I could come up with for this. And this one is just purely because I wanted to have a free access, what I call free access Commando Spartan, that doesn't have anything to do with it. He doesn't have any specific ties to pieces that he has on his set. So that's some good stuff. Maybe someday you guys will learn more about what the term I just used there. And this is definitely my favorite. I call this setup the Lieutenant Spartan. I'm not really sure why. I think that's probably because I was a lieutenant for a really long time in Halo Reach, and this is what my setup was. Either that, or the Halo Reach EVA helmet is only available at Lieutenant and further, so that might have something to do with it too. But he has the Mark V shoulder and the Commando shoulder, as well as a recruit chest, and that in the order that I actually want them to be. And he also, one note to take for all of these figures is that they all have the tactical tack pad on their beautiful shoulder on their arm. So, move on to the last Spartan. This is the Air Assault's weird Spartan that is in a really weird setup. It's not really that weird of a setup. I think this is a fine setup, but it would be great if we had a different helmet for this. Mark V shoulder, Commando shoulder, Air Assault helmet, and recruit chest, but for some reason there has to be a freaking silencer pistol because Halo Mega Bloks. So that's what we got for that. And last in this set, before we say 9 out of 10, is this guy with his beautiful colored in eyes for no reason that won't focus. Oh, there you go. Yes, they exist for some reason. And this, in fact, is actually a Halo Reach miner, but there are no such things as visible Halo Reach miners. or ones with this gun, in fact, so this doesn't really do anyone any good. But I'll give you guys one last look at the Covenant while I say that this is definitely a 9 out of 10 beautiful, beautiful thing. There's nothing much more to say about this set. It's just amazing, guys. It's amazing, and hopefully you like my kooky introduction. And I am sure that a million people have been disappeared by now because they already saw what the Spartans looked like, and this was a long video. See you guys next time.